It's hot, God. It's another good day. And I'm here to bring before you our modern church system. We're continuing our vengeance toward God. And I wanted to talk to you not necessarily about this church specifically, or even this denomination specifically, but I gotta bring up the modern church system to you. You understand? You had some problems with it too, so I gotta bring my own things. And before I even talk about the church system, God, I want to bring before you every single soul that had been abused inside church, anybody who had been talked about or backstabbed or made to feel unwelcome, anybody who didn't fit the church person stereotype, didn't have the right church clothes, or were told that they weren't wearing enough clothes or the right thing inside church, God. Anybody, any soul that we dissuaded from getting to know you better or from having community and companionship because they didn't fit into the cliquey rules that we use inside our church systems, God, bring them in front of you right now. I bring away anybody who was dissuaded from getting to know you inside their heart because of our examples. I'm going to include myself in that too. Just be with those people wherever they are. I know you have a plan for them. I know you have a plan for me as well too. But we're talking about a modern day church system, God, and I'm here to decree vengeance upon it and to flip some tables in your synagogue because we got some issues, God, and I need to see some changes. God, I don't trust these niggas, God. I don't trust this system. I don't understand how there's supposed to be separation of church and state, but all of our churches are getting tax rebates and tax refunds to be able to exist inside of our country. You know the 501c3 system. You know about the nonprofits, even the one that I started and I was a part of, God. This system is a little cagey to me, and it's a little weird to me that our government has such control and such sway inside our churches. And if we're being emotionally and psychologically or mentally or physically abused, people should be able to go to where there's spiritual power to gain fellowship and to gain something bigger. But we're paying off our churches to be part of the government. When somebody's running for office, they coming inside churches to talk to the congregation. When the cops shoot somebody inside a neighborhood, they come and hang out inside the church and talk to the community. What kind of, I don't understand how the separation really exists, God, and there's too much of a liaison, there's too much power that is given to our modern day church system that the people don't have, but is instead coalesce at the top of ministers and the people above the ministers who have some kind of synchronization with the government. It's weird to me, God, and I'm asking for you to flip that table. I'm decreeing vengeance upon it. I'm crumbling the foundation of it with my words and with this energy right now, God. I'm speaking over it. God, we supposed to be moving different than the way that a lot of the churches have people moving. Where's the hands of healing that we should be able to be touching people and healing their infirmities and healing their sicknesses? Where's the powerful touch of the lady touching the hem of the garment and suddenly she's healed? Why don't we have these powers? Is it possible, God, that these systems and these institutions are blocking us instead of helping us to ascend to what you said we'd be, to where we'd be doing even greater things than you upon this earth? Is it possible that these systems are actually blocking us and blocking our spiritual ascension from channeling your power on this earth? Where is our speaking in tongues? And not the weird stuff, God. Where is that at? Where is our ability to teleport when they was trying to find Jesus and he slipped through the crowd and they couldn't find him? Why haven't we unlocked all of these abilities that you said we would have? Why do all we have is just looking nice every Sunday, every Saturday, and just gossiping about people or having contests about who can seem the most spiritual, the most religious? Where is the actual power to transform this world, God? Where's it at? Where's it at? And are these systems blocking it, or are they helping to make that happen here, God? I have questions and I need answers. And until I get those answers, I'm decreeing vengeance because people are spending too much time, too much money investing in our church systems for things to not be happening to the extent that they should be, God. Take the limits off. Take the blinders off of all of us and allow us to be spiritually whole, allow us to be emotionally, mentally, metaphysically whole in the way that we were created to be, God, in the way that you said we would be. If there's any systems that are backing our church systems to ensure that our populace doesn't unlock this, I speak against those systems too. I decree vengeance against those systems too, to ensure that we can move in the way that we're supposed to ensure that our populace can can exist upon this earth doing the most good, being the most God to everybody that we can. None of this half-stepping stuff, none of this weird who's more spiritual, who's more religious, I'm gonna judge you stuff. God, we need fire to fall today. I speak this over not just this church and this church system, but all of our churches, God. Please bring all of our lost sheep back to you. They don't have to come home to church, God, but make sure that you rescue all of those people, God, who were made to feel unwelcome or like they didn't belong or they weren't good enough. I'm asking for change. I'm asking for newness. And I'm claiming it already today in the name of Yeshua, God. Amen. Amen.